Welcome to the Downtown, brought to you by Arlington Citizen Media. I am Daryl Smith Jr., and across the internet from me is...
I am Rody John, and next to me is... Amy is on sabbatical for the week, so it's just the two guys. This week we talked to Letatia Teykl about the Levitt Living Room Series, having socially distant concerts, and what Levitt Pavilion has in store for North Texas Giving Day.
We also speak with Freaky Ferments Brewing about their delicious hot sauce, and we even try some on the air. How brewing beer and hot sauce is similar but different, and the history of their brewing collective. So stick around for that and watch me try hot sauce for the first time.
We have
hot sauce.
Yeah, we have a mini hot ones situation.
We do an impromptu one at that. It was kind of they were gracious enough to bring some hot sauce with them, and then we did it. We did the hot sauce.
I even joked about having a hot ones, but then they even had them. So I was like, okay,
yeah.
Let's do
it. So what have you been up to this week, Rody?
I actually went back to the movies.
Ooh, the movies. How was that in the time of COVID?
Well, I went and saw Tenet, so wearing a mask for 2.5 hours was, actually it wasn't even that bad. I didn't hardly even notice I was doing it, and except for when I had to take a drink, but that was about it. It was still nice. Not a lot of people there. It was Sunday. I guess, it was Labor Day weekend, so everybody was out celebrating the weekend.
Yeah, I think there's also some apprehension about being in those kind of places. I mean, I love going to the movies, but I am still kind of nervous about going to a place where I'm going to be sitting inside for, 2 to 3 hours with the potential for other people. And I know that they're doing the best they can, and I'm not saying that people shouldn't go or anything. I'm not there yet. Right. But I'm glad you went and had a good time. I really do want to see Tenet, so I'm actually very, very jealous that you got to see that movie before I am able to in the comfort of my own home.
Yeah, there was only like 6 of us really in the theater. We went like midday, so it was fine. We were going to go to Biscuit Bar beforehand, but that place was packed for lunch. So
yeah.
We swung over to the Buffalo Spot, and that place is amazing.
That's awesome. I haven't been to the Buffalo Spot yet. I have not had Biscuit Bar. My wife has had Biscuit Bar, and it looked tremendous.
We've had it to go, but we were going to try it out for brunch, and that one did not work out. So,
yeah, it's probably a pretty popular brunch spot with how good it is.
And it's 2 floors, so even better.
Yeah, I didn't know that. Like I drove by one day and I was like, wait, the whole thing's a Biscuit Bar? I just didn't know biscuits were that popular, but I'm living in the South. I should have known.
Oh, that food is delicious.
We got some BBQ chicken, and when I say BBQ chicken, I want to specifically say not barbecue, right? It's BBQ chicken, the Korean chicken place on Cooper and Green Oaks.
Yes.
Very good place. If you have not had it, I highly recommend it. One of the best places in Arlington, in my opinion.
Through friends, and yes, very delicious.
I've eaten there. I mean, that was probably the last restaurant I actually ate at pre-COVID. Like, now that I think about it, but we've eaten to go like several times since, and it's always. I mean, think about how far of a drive that is for me.
For you, yeah.
Yeah, it's like a 15 to 20 minute drive depending on traffic. So like, that it's damn good if it's still good when I get it home.
Yes.
So yeah, that's pretty much what we did. I'm still in school. It's still kicking my butt. Kids are going back to school maybe in October, so that's going to be interesting.
I saw that Dallas started today, and they even opened. I guess they had a new school open up, so there was a bunch of new people coming in, checking out the new school. Teachers look super happy. Well, I guess under the mask, from what I could tell.
Can't tell because they're not. They might be smiling, they might be frowning. Who knows? They're wearing a mask.
Their eyes said a lot.
That's fair. I think eyes can be very expressive, and I do think that since we've all wearing masks now, I've definitely noticed eyes more often because it's what you can see at the person's face. So.
Letatia Teykl from Levitt, Arlington. How are you today, man?
I'm doing great, John. How are you?
Doing good. Thank you for coming back on the show again.
You bet. Excited.
Throughout the pandemic, y'all have still been doing the Levitt Living Room Series every Tuesday through Facebook Live and Instagram Live. How did you guys get that put together?
Well, I'll tell you, in the very beginning, things were a little up in the air for everyone. And, everybody's trying to retool and say, how can we keep live music going? And so our production team said, well, you know what, let's figure out how to live stream video, get out there. And our very first one was with Brad Thompson on our second floor of our hospitality center, using his cell phone and my cell phone on Instagram and Facebook. So there was number one, just get started. We didn't want to be afraid. We kept hearing all the little seminars you'd sit on and says, don't be afraid, just start. So we just started. And then after that, you can even go onto our Facebook page and all of our videos are still there. But you can see, the level of production and how it's just increased since the very beginning. And so we just said, let's just do it. Let's get started. Let's get music out there and let's don't miss a beat. So from April the 21st until August the 28th, every Tuesday night, we did the Levitt Living Room Series at 8 o'clock. And so we had someone performing every week throughout the pandemic. That was great.
Yeah. Yeah, we were talking before about how, when this whole, because you and I had started talking before this, and we were like, how do we continue to get the art and the music out to the people? And then we had done the fundraiser, and then we tried to work, we were working with you guys, but we just couldn't figure out exactly how to figure it all out. And then you guys, after we had put ours out, you guys started doing the live streaming. I was like, there you go. That's how you got to do it. So,
absolutely. It's just, I think it was just when you and I were visiting, just at that time, all these different ideas were in both of our heads. And what do we do? And we knew we needed to get something out. We got to do something. We want to be out there. We want to be making a difference. And so it's been exciting to see the community all figure ways to keep, music and art, everything relevant.
Right. And, like we talked about before, we didn't think we would still be in this at this time, but, here we are now.
No, we did not. we thought in June, really. June was the first one. We'll be ready to go by June. Okay, maybe July. Yeah. Now it's August, though, and we're the end of August, and we're making it happen.
Yeah, beginning of September.
Yes.
Yeah. So Levitt Pavilion has opened back up on August 28th with socially distanced concerts. What went into putting on live concerts again, and what future concerts can we look forward to?
So I'll just tell you, a lot of good communication, and that was with the city of Arlington, the fire department, the Parks and Rec team, our own production team, from our board to the artist, because a lot of the artists that are on our fall lineup right now are they're artists that we actually had booked in the spring, rebooked in the summer, and now this is their third touch. And some of them made the decision once we were approved to have 500 people on the lawn. Still, some of them were not comfortable. So then we had to have a touch again with them and move them to 2021. So it's been a lot of, I would say, good communication, and then a lot of movement, and just keeping people aware of what's going on. The city of Arlington and the fire department team has been great, and with the COVID protocol. And so, kind of guiding us along the way. We would present something and we would kind of have discussions about what would work and what won't work. And, their whole objective was to work hard to get us open in the safest manner possible with all the COVID protocols. So it's nice that you're in a city that's open for discussion versus, oh no, we're just going to wait, that they're saying, no, let's see how we can do it and do it safely. So that's been good. And then again, the team with Parks and Rec, and just, and the other thing is, before, our concerts were live on the lawn concerts, and now they're live on the lawn concerts, live streamed. So you can get both. So if you're a stay-at-home person that's just not comfortable going out, you're not going to miss Gary P. Nunn. And the other thing has been interesting in this past Saturday is when the rainstorm came in that no one even expected, that we were able to, because we can live stream, we didn't have to postpone that concert, till 2021.
Right.
The guys were in the background, in the green room picking, and they're like, look, we have nowhere to go but the hotel. Let's do this. So an hour and 15 minutes later, we move all the production and we're live streaming. So It's pretty cool. So this time has allowed us now, I don't know, a little more diversity in what we do.
Right.
You know, more people can now see the concerts that are put on by the Levitt.
Right. So you guys have squared off certain areas to where people can sit, obviously being social distance. How can do you book those ahead of time, or is it kind of first come, first serve? How do those kind of go about?
Yeah, so the way it works is that every Monday following a concert, we'll visit with the fire department and we will make adjustments. So the first round, which is this past weekend, we had the squares assigned, maximum 8 people in a square, and they pre-register online. We announced it last week in our email blast that goes out to the folks that are subscribed to our emails, and then also on social media. And there was a window where there were squares available for people to register. People pay a $2 fee, $2 for a square of 8, and that's just the processing fee for the online service. Right. And then what happens is last weekend, the people show up to the square, and people came up afterwards asking, can we come on the lawn? And we said no. And they said, well, there's squares open. And we had to explain that the way the protocol went for that weekend is that you had to pre-register, period. So when a few people didn't show, that left the squares open. And so we had a visit. We visited with the fire department on Monday, and they said, okay, we can make a little adjustment. So now the pre-registering online still exists. But then what happens is if you're not in your square by 8:15, then that square is now open and people can walk up and be assigned and taken to a square. So that's going to allow us to meet the maximum of 500 people on the lawn, which it'll still go a little less than that just due to the fact that sometimes there's only 2 people in a square. Right. But we want to get as many people to have that experience of the outdoor concert viewing. So we're kind of working through that. And each week we'll work to see. Now, if the COVID numbers start to increase, then you know what, we'll go back to live streaming only. And our artists have been really good. That additional conversation with them is to say, are you good with playing with 500 people on the lawn? Are you good with live streaming? Because normally what they're used to is coming to our stage, playing in front of a live audience, no COVID. So again, communication seems to be probably one of the things that we've had to really sharpen up on. Right.
Now, are we counting children under the age of 5 as a person, or can we also have another person plus a child under like 5 or so forth?
It would be bodies on the lawn.
Okay, just checking because.
Yeah, no, but listen, you brought a very good question, so that will be asked. I've not had to say, but I would say as a protocol this week, it counts as a body. Well, unless I hear different from the fire department next Monday. But good question. I'm making notes.
And I mean, they have a 2-year-old now. And so she'll come most of the time. And so I'm like, I wonder if she counts as a body or not.
I will count her this week. I don't know about next.
Well, we will revisit that.
That's greatness.
Yeah. So the Pavilion isn't the only thing open. There's a new hospitality center with permanent bathrooms. Could you tell us more about the Baylor Scott and White Orthopedic and Spine Levitt Hospitality Center?
Wow, you did it.
It's a mouthful. I was right. Like, that's the permanent name. Okay.
Yes, great job. Yes. So we actually received our CO on Friday, and we're able to, on Friday night, have the lawn attendees use the facilities, the new restrooms, which are absolutely beautiful, and hereforward will be available for all concert attendees. Very nice. But the hospitality center itself is not open yet, and that has a lot to do with the COVID and what's going on. And we will be using it for a couple of live stream events, but those aren't events that will house people. Right. And in the next few weeks, we'll work with the city to determine what that will look like, in this world of COVID. Post Labor Day, a couple weeks after that, we'll see what our numbers look like and see if it makes sense to open it up at a partial capacity or not. But it is absolutely beautiful. It has an elevator. It has a catering kitchen. It has an AV system, and it's spectacular. They, the architect, which is Bart Shaw with Ibanez Shaw, they're out of Fort Worth. They actually made use of that entire piece of land, so nothing got not used. So that's why you'll see the angle of the building. He wanted to use every inch of land available for this facility. And the restrooms, again, they're amazing. The way it also works is with the hospitality center. It's a 2-story, and so it shades part of the lawn. So what we did is we removed some of the bushes that were there and left plants, obviously, and then did some graveling there so that people can actually put their chairs and stuff in that area as well. And then we'll be building up the end of it where it'll be kind of a green area, kind of tall, that if you wanted to have like a special moment there, an engagement maybe, or a wedding, that you could actually use that facility for that purpose as well. And then it shades the lawn, which is great.
Of course. Oh, with Texas heat, shade is the most important thing, really.
Yes, and then the second floor, the actual hospitality center suite, is the Arlington Tomorrow Foundation suite. So they were kind enough to donate dollars to help us with that, with the funding for that, and it'll be a nice place to visit. We'll have an opportunity where the public, everybody can come out and do tours as well at some point when it's appropriate.
I look forward to that. I mean, the new ballpark's doing tours, so you guys could easily book tours.
Right? I'm going to make note of that too.
So
that's good.
Giving Day is September 17th. The Levitt will be hosting a star-studded lineup starting at 11 a.m. What more can the fans look forward to?
So what's really excited about this, so in May, we hosted the North Texas Giving Day Tuesday Now event with Arlington Tomorrow Foundation. And what's kind of even more exciting this year is that we're the premier event for Communities Foundation of Texas, North Texas Giving Day with Arlington Tomorrow Foundation. So now we've elevated, and we are everything, all the awards and prizes for the 3,000 nonprofits, all of that will be noted on the Levitt Facebook page. And for a full day of production, and we'll have an MC. And that morning we start out with Larry G at 11, live streaming from the Levitt stage. And then after that, we have Hannah Kirby and Brad Thompson at 1. And at 3 is Bree Bagwell. At 5 o'clock is Ron Bolton. Oh, here, I knew I was going to get it wrong.
Boltonges.
Boltonges.
Yeah.
Anyway, he is fabulous. All of these have awesome voices. And then we'll end the day at 7 o'clock with Radney Foster. Now, Radney is going to actually be live streaming from Nashville, Tennessee.
Oh.
And so just due to COVID and just people traveling in, which is what we found, is that, our lineup, you'll see this fall, has a lot of Texas artists because people just aren't, they aren't ready to travel quite yet into Texas. So we're okay with that because we have a lot of great Texas artists. And so that day, we will be promoting all the nonprofits over North Texas. So it's exciting. It's going to be a great day, and reminding everybody. As a matter of fact, it opened up yesterday, so people can actually go now and make your commitment to your favorite nonprofit online. So it's ready to go.
There we go. So Levitt has also recently been voted Reader's Choice Best Live Music Venue by Living Magazine. Congratulations, by the way.
Thank you. That's awesome.
Now, going forward with the rest of this year and then into next year, what can people look forward to continue to visit visit virtually their best live music venue in Arlington or Texas, really?
Yeah, so we've got some really good things going. So we will have live concerts on the lawn through October the 18th, every Friday and Saturday night. So every Friday and Saturday night, there'll be a live concert. We'll actually close out the season on October the 18th with Josh Ward. And so we're, all of those concerts will be live streamed, and then we'll have people on the lawn. And every Tuesday, so what I would suggest to anybody, follow us on social media or go to our website and sign up for our newsletters, our email newsletter, because that's when we'll be communicating how on these concerts each week, how you can be a part of it. and not miss out on an opportunity to hear the live music. And, you know, as hopefully the numbers get better, maybe the number of attendants can increase. And but again, we don't want to rush to do that. We want to follow all the guidelines and make sure we're doing everything appropriately and staying in line with what this COVID world calls for. You know, we want to be in there. We have antibacterial stations all over the lawn, in and right before you go into the restrooms and when you leave, and then out on the lawn. And we have signage. Masks are required until you get to your square. And if you're eating and drinking in your square, you can take your mask off. And Rita's Italian Ice, they actually are on the street and people can come up to their window, but again, social distancing in line. And so they've been a big player in this as well. And especially when the temperatures are as hot as they've been, having a cold Rita's Italian Ice is pretty good. And you know, just everybody behaved well. You know, I think everybody wants to be safe, and everybody really, it was nice to see that we didn't have to, very few times, the only time we had to, our volunteers were saying, put your mask on, is when someone left a square and went, oh my gosh, and how many of us have done that at a restaurant table or something? Yep. And immediately people ran back, got it, and happily walked along because they're just glad to be out and about.
Oh, without a doubt. I think people have been craving just going out and doing things in general. And it's amazing that the Levitt's actually able to give people the live concerts and live music that they've been missing this entire time.
Absolutely. And, you know, it may seem a little frustrating. I know it is. I know there's times that people have, you know, for, 11 years, you get the concert schedule, you mark it in your book and you go, I'm headed out there. Right. And it is, I'm sure it's a little frustrating going, well, I don't even know if I'm going to be able to get a lawn seat. And how do I do it? And we understand that frustration. And so we're just trying to work, you know, as diligently as we can with the Arlington, fire department to communicate out as efficiently as we can and as fast as we can information about each upcoming weekend. Again, at some point, it'd be nice that, we have a permanent plan for each concert. But right now, we just ask everybody just be patient and know that we're trying to share the information as fast as we got it approved and ready to go.
Right. I mean, that's kind of the problem we've been facing the past 6 or 7 months now, that there is no permanent. There's no constant. It's what's happening today, what's happening this week, and it's going to be different completely than tomorrow and the next week. So it's just every day is going to be different. And that's, some people aren't like that because as humans, we get in this routine that we want the same things kind of all the time. And if we want to go see live music, we can go see live music. Well, sorry, you can't. But Levitt actually is providing the live music now. So, I mean, it's a nice break from the staying home and not doing anything.
Absolutely. You can get out even if, especially for like this Friday. So this Friday night's Brave Combo. Mm-hmm. Saturday night's Ray Wiley Hubbard. The show's at 8:00. Gates will open at 7. Be in your square by 8:15. If not, those that are socially distanced lined up, can then go to a square. And, you could also sit out at Rita's Italian Ice and go grab your Italian Ice, and you can hear the music from the streets. I mean, so if you're walking, in your downtown area, you can hear the sounds, and it's wonderful to hear it. We had a couple of people comment saying, I live nearby. It was so nice to hear music again. And so there is still some excitement going on. So even if you don't have a square that night, right now, there is a potential you could do that. The other thing is that there's lots of restaurants in the downtown area that have live music going. So if you get to the lawn and you're further down the line and you don't get a square, well, you can go over to Legal Draft. You could go over to Tipsy Oak. There's lots of people that have live music. So let's kind of keep that downtown business. Let's keep us all going.
I think the exact same thing, which actually leads me into my next question. During COVID, what have you been eating the most locally?
Oh my gosh, it seems like the grilled cheese brisket sandwich at Tipsy Oak. Yep. Oh my gosh, like it with jalapenos.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah. You can't forget the jalapenos. Got to eat all the fries.
Of course.
I have not done the double one. They have one that you can get sometimes that's a double. I have not gone there yet, but That's been my number one go-to. Of course, always Irish nachos. Hello, you can get those to go and eat on those for 2 days.
Yeah, exactly. Well, so like you said earlier, if people want to follow you guys on social media and go to the website, what's the website and where's the social media people can follow you guys?
So you can go to levittarlington.org. I think is it. Now that I think about it, I just go to it all the time. You can type in Levitt Arlington and it pops up. Okay. I should know that, by the way. Yeah. And then same thing, just go to Levitt Pavilion Arlington on the Facebook page and follow us. And then you can go back and watch all of our videos. So if you really want to see where we came from, so look at Brad Thompson and what a great job he did. Right. And, then now to just this past weekend with Gary P. Nunn, and know that when you're watching Gary P., know that it was pouring rain. Our production board is covered up. All of a sudden, it lights up. We can, rain goes away. They have to move that entire production board, take it backstage, right, reset it up, move all their equipment back. And by 9:15, we had a great concert live streaming, and you can see it on our Facebook page now.
Perfect. Letatia, thank you so much for your time. And I very much look forward to going back to the Levitt, seeing some great live music, and then hopefully you can be back on the show again later.
Oh, absolutely. John, thank you. Thanks for thinking of us. This was fun. Appreciate you.
We are here with Chad and Justin from Freaky Ferments, which is a local homebrewing and hot sauce company. How are you guys doing?
Doing good. How are you?
Pretty good.
Doing well.
So, what is Freaky Ferments?
So, Freaky Ferments is a homebrewing company that needed to bridge the gap from homebrewing to get into a brewery without any money. And so I really liked our name that we stuck with because it kept us open to fermenting other things than beer.
Yeah.
And so my friend, he grew Carolina Reapers one summer a couple of years ago, and he was the kind of guy that he always had to one up you, and so we were growing jalapenos and cayenne peppers, just randomly through our garden. And so he decided he was going to grow Carolina Reapers. And so we were like, what are you going to do with them? You can't eat those, know? And so he made a fermented paste, and we decided we were going to make some beef jerky with it. And it was really good, really hot, but really good. And so we took a little bit of it to one of my other partners' work, and all of his friends tried it, and they said, you should sell this stuff. And so after a couple of those events, he came back to us and he said, we should sell this stuff. And just about that time, the Texas College Food Law had passed, and so the stars were aligning. And so we've been fermenting hot sauce for the last year, and we have 5 flavors now, and it's really taken off with us. And so eventually we want to get into other fermented products, kimchi, sauerkraut, kombucha.
Right.
But yeah, right now we're starting off with hot sauce. We've been hitting up local farmers markets, trying to get our name out there, and also continuing home brewing, research and development.
R&D.
Okay. Yeah, so we're doing a little bit of research and development right now.
R&D right now.
They were kind enough to bring us a homebrew. What do you call this one?
This is a German Pilsner. We don't have a name for it, unfortunately.
You should call it Arlington Citizen Media.
Yeah, okay, there you go. All right, yep. First of its kind.
Yes.
Yeah, finally.
Yeah, I really like German malts and German hops, and the whole lagering process I thought was really ahead of its time. It may have been accident, but yeah, it's clean, crisp lager beers. There's no fluff. It's just really good basic beer.
Right.
Yeah, it is good. We're drinking it right now. And we're really enjoying it.
So I'm a little familiar with the brewing process for beer. What is the fermenting process for hot sauce, though?
So hot sauce. So it's kind of it's a different kind of fermentation. Instead of it involving like a temperature controlled. It's not an anaerobic fermentation, meaning that there's no oxygen in this. This is where the podcast gets really boring because you start explaining the science.
Eyes glaze over at this point.
Yeah. But so we chop up all the peppers and we make a salt brine, and we store it in these big containers. We just have a storage closet. We stick them all in there for about a month, and then those fresh ingredients they look really nasty. The fermentation process, it's not pretty. And that's why you won't see too many of those pictures on our Instagram.
No one wants to see that.
You can put a nice filter on it.
Yeah.
Bunny ears.
I've seen a lot of women on there that have very good filters, so I think you can make this happen.
We could do something.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we ferment ours for about a month, and then we pull them out of storage. We blend them. We run them through a food mill, and then we bottle them. Slap labels on the bottles. Use a little heat gun for the shrink wrap, and we got product. So yeah, it's a lengthy process, but it's a natural way of preserving.
Right.
So, and that's the cool thing. Like our hot sauce, they don't have any fillers in them, and so it's fresh ingredients from the local farmers markets, and we package it all up into one nice hot sauce.
Right.
So because there's no additives in it, do they still have to be? Can you leave them out, or do they have to be refrigerated?
Our label says to refrigerate, but through the fermentation process, the pH is so low, acidic, that it prevents anything harmful from growing in it. So it's just like a bottle of Tabasco sauce. You can leave it out on the table. I never refrigerate mine. I'm sitting here in front of y'all today. So yeah, pretty cool.
So how many beers do you guys brew, and also what is your favorite one that you have brewed?
So we used to brew a lot since we've been hitting up farmers markets and growing lately. Our attention has kind of reared more towards the hot sauce process.
Right.
We usually brew. We try to get together. Sometimes we'll do a late weekday night brew. So right now it's kind of random. We'll probably do maybe 1 or 2 a month.
Okay.
It used to be we were fighting each other to who was going to brew the next weekend,
right?
And we couldn't drink it fast enough.
Right.
We could produce beer a lot quicker, and so it just gave us a reason to hang out, and it was just a hobby, and but now that we're taking this as a more professional business approach, there's a lot of stuff you have to do with work. Paperwork, and we do meetings now and all that stuff that we never wanted to do when we first got into it. I thought we were going to brew beer, drink beer, have a good time, the end. But unfortunately it's a necessary evil. So yeah, we do probably 1 or 2 brews a month. Every brew we learn something new.
Right.
It's always this beer it kind of smells a little off. It tastes a little funny. And so we're flipping through our notes trying to figure out when did it go wrong? Because there's so many parts to the process when it comes to brewing, and so you can play a flawless game, right? And you can mess it up a week before you keg it or something, or you can mess it up while you're kegging it. You could be a little bit loose on your sanitization, and now you got wild yeast in there, and now you got all this crazy off flavor, and you're like, well, I did everything right. What's going on? And so you're trying to flip through and figure out where did it go wrong. And that's the fun of it as well.
Oh, of course.
Because there's always something that's going to go wrong while you're brewing, and it's up to you to figure out how can I wrap this up to make this work. I can't order a part until next week or next month, and so it's a lot of fun just trying to piece things together on the fly while at the end of the day you're drinking really good beer.
What was your favorite beer? I think mine was we just brewed Taylor brewed it, red IPA with rye, and it was amazing.
Right.
Yeah, we were going to bring that today, but our keg was really low.
No.
And so
Well, it's a good thing though.
yeah, absolutely. Yeah. You don't have to hear from friends when you brew a good beer because they're going to
just come over.
Yeah, they're going to tell you it's good because it's free every time. But you can really tell when that keg is full one day and gone the next, and that's how you know when it was a really good one.
Yeah, that's a telltale sign right there.
Yeah.
So hot sauce goes pretty good with pizza. We love pizza. We're big pizza people. We actually, in the before times, had a segment called Terminative Toppings where we were trying to find the best pizza place in Arlington. What is y'all's? Do you have one?
I like Mellow Mushroom.
Oh, okay. Yeah. We used to know someone who worked there. I don't know if he's still around. I don't know if it's still open.
He still works there.
What was that place we get the vegan pizza from?
That was Pizza Verde. We share a commercial kitchen with them. But they go. I can't remember what place they do. They do like some kind of contract pizzaing or something with another pizza place over in Fort Worth.
It's like they'll go into the commissary kitchen and prep their food, and then the pizza place that they contract with is closed on Mondays, so they'll just go in there and sell their stuff on Mondays.
Oh,
very
interesting.
Yeah,
cool. Like use of space, like a creative use of space,
right?
Between businesses,
But they had a kimchi pizza that was really, really good. I like that.
That's interesting. I like that.
So, what is your favorite hot sauce that you make?
Favorite hot sauce? It's got to be the Ghost. Our Ghost sauce. It was the first sauce that we ever made, and it has ghost peppers and Carolina Reapers in it. Two of the hottest peppers in the world. And so it's my favorite personally, just because it was the one that started it all. It's terrible to prep. The air's toxic.
I was about to say it probably it's like a hateful environment almost.
Yeah. Yep. Got to make sure you turn the vents on.
Yeah. And then when you're cleaning out the Speedo after you bottle it.
Your sinuses are probably real cleared out after that.
Yeah. It's funny. We always go into the kitchen. We're all happy, glad to be there. And then afterwards, we walk out of there. It looks like we're all in a brawl.
Eyes all red.
Man, you ever have a mistake and accidentally rub your eyeballs?
One of our guys actually got some of that ghost sauce in his eye during prepping it. Yeah.
So after you blend it, you pour it into the food mill, and you have to crank it. And while he was cranking it, part of it popped out and went right in his eyeball.
Yeah, he ran to the.
He was a man about it for sure. I'd have been curled up on the floor.
Yeah, he ran over to the sink and just stuck his face under it. But I mean, it's not going to do you any good at that point.
Now you wear goggles.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Exactly.
And now he only has one.
You're learning something.
Eye patches are cool.
They are. Pirates are very in.
One of our other guys that works there with us, he had his GoPro out, filming the day, and as soon as it happened, he didn't say, "Oh no, let's help." He got that GoPro right next to him under that sink, and he's like, "What just happened?" He's just like, "I got ghost sauce in my eye."
Yeah, see, I saw it happen, and I was going to let him go, clean it up with dignity, and then the other guy was like,
"Yeah, content,
got you."
Poor guy.
So you guys have 5 sauces. How could we do a Hot Ones type challenge?
With you guys.
Yeah, we
do that right now.
Yeah, we actually brought all 5 sauces.
Oh, wow. Well, I would like them on wings, I guess. I mean, I could do it with my finger, but...
If you want to learn how to taste hot sauce...
Okay.
We'll show you.
I'm not going to say
I'll let
no.
you do that.
All right. I'll hate myself.
I've got some digestive heartburn issues right now. This is probably not the segment for me.
How do we kill Daryl?
Yeah. Here it is, right here, 4 bottles.
Sit still.
We're going to pour these down your gullet.
Yeah, right.
Okay, so we're looking at 5 flavors here. There's jalapeno, mango, pineapple, habanero. I think that says verde. Ginger, cayenne, lemon, and ghost. Do you think, is this the order from mildest to hottest?
So kinda so the jalapeno is mild specifically for people who don't like hot sauce. It does have a little heat, but it's mostly jalapeno flavor.
Gotcha.
And then all the 3 in the middle kind of have a similar type. It's like medium hot, and then we have obviously the ghost, the super hot.
Right.
But they all have really good flavor. Even the ghost, typically when I've tried hot sauce that's supposed to just be really hot, there's no flavor. It's just hot.
Right.
Like this one, there's onion, shallots, garlic. Like it's got a lot of flavor.
Wow. Okay, then how do we go about tasting hot sauce?
Let's do it right now.
Yeah.
Start with Mr. Miles.
Oh man, I may do that one. That one I might be able to.
All right. A little warm for being in the car. So all you got to do, hang it over your hand, throw a little bit of juice there on your hand.
Yeah,
This is like testing breast milk.
Is it?
Yeah.
I was gonna say, if you ever been to the makeup store, like they'll do like swatches, like
Oh,
on your
yeah.
hand here.
Right, but I mean,
But-
like, you know, to make sure it's warm enough, you know, you put it right here
Oh,
for your baby.
That's really awesome.
You like it?
Like super, like even that's like more flavorful than like some of the other like sauces I've ever like.
Yeah. Honestly, like I put it in ranch or ketchup, make like
I got a little hand tattoo,
jalapeno
so I just
everything.
kind of fill up his face.
Was that specific for the testing? Or
No,
Just
no,
a happy
I got
coincidence?
this 10 years ago, but it
How
kind of
funny.
works out.
Yeah, that's really good.
Yeah, that was really nice.
Whoever isn't taking that one home, I'm going to take that one home.
Tell you, have at it.
Yeah, and that jalapeno sauce, it goes great on everything.
It really does, and it's really good on pizza.
Yeah,
there you
yeah,
go.
pizza's perfect for it.
So this one's actually my favorite, the mango pineapple habanero.
I'm gonna go for it.
I put it on.
Oh, all right.
I'm gonna
everything.
go for it. I'm stepping up.
Are you going to be okay?
I mean, it's
We'll
a
find
little
out.
bit. It's
I've
not
got
that
some
big of a
Tums
deal.
back here.
Look, I always have
Yeah.
Tums on me. Okay.
I'm BLS certified, so if you go down, I got you.
There we go. You got a professional here.
I only took a little bit of this one.
Okay, so this is mango, pineapple, habanero.
While we're doing this, how can people find out more about Freaky Ferments and get these sauces they can do themselves?
So we have we're on all the social medias. We got Instagram, Facebook, Twitter.
I'd put that on a topic.
We now have. Apparently, we have a TikTok. My girlfriend takes care of that. We haven't really got too much into that yet, but she's been pretty good about all the videos. She's made it really good.
That's nice.
But we have our own website, freakyferments.com. All of our information's on there.
And from what I can tell, you guys get a free sticker anytime you order anything. So
Absolutely.
You
We
know,
love
we're all
stickers.
about stickers. We
Yeah,
are
yeah.
too. We're going to give you some of these.
Oh, we brought you some too.
These
even
are-
better.
That one was
Sticker
hot.
trade.
It's not bad.
I thought it was all right.
Yeah, it's the habanero heat. It's masked with that sweetness from the mango and the pineapple.
At first.
I'll take
Yeah.
those.
Yeah,
For your cooler.
we don't have we don't use any juices or purees. So the mangoes we hand cut, the pineapples we hand cut, and whenever you get an unripe mango, I don't know if y'all have ever tried to peel one of those.
Yeah,
but
it's tough.
It's terrible.
Yeah.
You know, and but that's what really brings out this fantastic flavor.
How many bottles do you get from each batch?
So it depends. So what we'll do is we'll go buy the ingredients, and you have to buy them by the case. So typically we have some extra left over. So we'll fill a speedle, which is what is it?
It's 15 gallons.
15 gallons.
Yeah, 60 liters.
And then we have what are called fur monsters, or 10 gallons. Or 5 gallons. 7 gallons.
Yeah.
And then so whatever's extra, we put in the fur monsters. Typically, with like all of that combined, we end up between 250, 300 bottles.
Have you named the
wow.
monsters, the fur monsters? Oh, okay.
That's the
that's,
branding.
Yeah, that's the name of the thing. So what's really cool is that we ferment all of our peppers in homebrew fermenters.
Oh, okay.
And so that's how we got familiar with the product. Is that we had some that we would homebrew with.
Yeah.
And so I mean it's the same process. You put an airlock on it, you let it breathe and bubble, and you know, so we carried it over, and now we make hot sauce in them too.
Have you combined yet? Made spicy beers or?
Nothing yet.
Okay.
No. We've talked about it, and we've had spicy beers ourselves.
Oh, yeah.
But it's always been it's like a novelty item to me, and so like it's not something you'd want to drink a whole keg of.
No, especially in like Texas heat. That's kind of like the last thing you want.
Yeah. If we want to make it and like ship it out to like somewhere
Okay, that
that's
one's
always
Wisconsin and like.
But
So-
yeah, it's definitely always up in the air.
So that ginger cayenne lemon is really good, like as a salad dressing. Like
Yeah.
so
I
I see
salad,
that. Yeah.
some extra lemon juice. It's
Or even like a slaw, you know,
Yeah,
add it to
definitely.
a slaw would be really good. Yeah, I think I
nice.
can't decide which one's my
They're
favorite,
also
honestly.
good. That's exactly what I was thinking. I was like, oh man, I'm not big on the heat, so I'm sure it's going to be the jalapeno. And I was like, well, that verde is really good too. Well, hell, the mango habanero one is really good too. Damn, they're all so good.
Yeah, have you had a really good reception from selling these?
We
at
have
markets?
Yeah. Yeah, it's always weird trying to sell hot sauce at 8 o'clock in the morning on a Saturday.
Yeah.
I know everyone, they're just like, no, like, but if you had coffee,
barely got their coffee down.
Yeah, so we're always joking about releasing a coffee sauce at some point for the 8 a.m. Farmer market birds.
Well, you know what? What if you like gave away breakfast tacos?
Yeah,
and you're like, but you have to eat it with this sauce, and then I guarantee you, if they ate it, they'd be like, all right, yeah, just give me the sauce.
Yeah, and we are always excited anytime a food truck shows up. We can say, hey, go over there, grab a taco, grab some enchiladas or something, come back. Here's some hot sauce.
That one's
going for it.
I'm going for it.
Daryl's going for it.
I'm going to do a little bit. Though.
Hope you guys enjoyed Arlington Citizen Media Downtown.
It's over because I'm going to die.
Yeah. This stuff is. The
The
ghost sauce, I like to put on grilled cheeses. It's pretty good.
Grilled cheese.
Yeah, grilled cheese. Anything breakfast. This is really good. My mom eats it all the time on eggs But this one bites.
Yeah, that was not bad.
That one is really hot.
I know my tongue is still on fire.
Well, I like that.
I like them all. They're all so good. That's such a good job. Like I am floored. And I'm not even like a huge hot sauce guy, but like I might be now.
I'm always watching Hot Ones, and I'm like, I'd like to be on that show. I'd like to try that.
Yeah, and we would too.
Yeah.
Sean Evans, if you're listening, hit us up.
He totally listens to this podcast.
You've got multiple guests just lined up here. We want to be on the.
We're all really interesting people.
I want to do it back when he goes in the same room. I know he's doing the Zoom ones now, and I'm like, okay, that's nice, but I feel like they have to be in the same room.
Yeah. Anyone else feeling that ghost sauce?
Yeah, no, absolutely. Like,
My
I'm
face
still,
is flushed.
Podcast over.
Yeah.
More beer.
That was the
More
spicy
beer.
questions.
Wow.
I actually had the last dab the other day.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I tried that for the first
Crying
time.
like a baby.
Yeah, I heard the bomb is just like, it tastes like just straight chemicals.
Yep, yeah, and that's what the last dab is. Like,
really?
it's just straight up heat, just
It's
punch.
like 2 million Scoville units. Like it's.
Oh yeah, tell me what are the?
Yeah, so what's the rating on each one of these?
So we haven't had them tested.
Okay.
We have to. Eventually, we're going to be big enough where I have to have them all lab tested.
Right.
That's when we'll find out. Like,
It'll be it's like a gender reveal party. Because I don't know how hot they're rated either. But
Ancestry.com.
I can say this one's mild, these are medium, and this one is wow.
What line extension should we look forward to next?
So we got some test batches going right now.
Okay.
I'm going to cut you off real quick. So in about a month, we're actually releasing a limited edition roasted hatch chili sauce.
Ooh.
We did one fermenter full of that, and that's probably going to be the first and only this season.
Okay.
We expect it to just fly off the shelves. We did a little test batch last year with some roasted hatches, and I didn't know what a bushel was.
Right.
Have y'all ever heard of like a bushel, like as a
Only
measurement?
in nursery rhymes.
Yeah, and so I went to Green's Produce and asked them, like how much are these peppers, and they said, well, it's 25 for half a bushel. And so I'm like, oh, half a bushel, that sounds like a lot, So I'll go ahead, I'll take one roasted. And so they go out to the roaster, they're spinning them, it looks really cool, smells great, and so they scrape everything out into a plastic trash bag, and they put it back in the box, and they give it to me, and they say, all right, here it is, and it's nothing. Especially cooked down, like it's nothing. And so I'm talking, okay, well, we're gonna fill up the 7-gallon fermenter, and we're gonna have a ton of it. And I think we maybe bottled like 20 or 25.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you need like 12 bushels.
Yeah. So we learned that year what a bushel was. And
is that a weight measurement?
I have no idea. That's the first and last time I've heard of.
Look it up.
Yeah.
So okay, well then, how many bottles do you guys have on the next one, or for that one?
So this one, I'm guesstimating maybe 200.
Okay.
Yeah, so a little bit more this time. The last one that we did in a home kitchen. We were operating under the Texas College food law, and so we didn't have all of our fancy equipment now. But now we have. We got a mill and a stick blender, and so this one's gonna come out a lot better, I believe.
Right.
Okay, a bushel is a measure of capacity equal to 64 U.S. pints, or 35.2 liters.
Huh.
That doesn't.
It's weird that peppers are measured in that.
Yeah. That doesn't add up.
It says used for dry goods.
Huh.
Where are you reading this?
On Wikipedia.
Someone edited that.
It's got to be real, folks.
Hey, if it's on the internet, it has to be real. That's all I know.
It could also be 2 Kennings, 4 Pecks, or 8 dry gallons.
You're just making up words.
Yeah.
I am not.
Yeah.
Or 32 gizmos.
No, I
Don't get them wet and do
Yeah.
not feed them after midnight. However, I don't know when you could start feeding them again because after midnight, but they never say
See,
when.
this is my question about that,
Yeah.
right? Is
It's
it
always
Chinese
midnight
time?
somewhere.
Right? Is
It's
it because
always-
they come from China?
Yeah.
So is it midnight China time or is it midnight? How do they know what time it is?
Right. Also,
Do
again,
they-
when can I start feeding them?
Right.
Yeah.
When, do they come with watches?
We asked the tough questions.
Right. I'm trying to figure this stuff out.
I've been wondering since 1984, guys.
Yeah.
Welcome to Philosophy 101.
Steven Spielberg, if you're listening, we need answers.
Answers.
Man, we got a broad listenership right now.
Yeah.
Sean Evans says Steven
They're probably sitting together on the couch.
Listening. What are those Arlington people up to? I wish in my dreams.
My nose is still running a little
Yeah,
bit from
yeah,
the,
I can't feel my mouth.
It'll linger for a while.
Yeah.
But that's a good thing, right? That's
Very
the
good
whole
thing.
whole point. That's what you're going for.
Whenever we make that sauce, we have to sample it before we bottle it, and so we'll take a spoonful of it and
A spoonful?
Yeah, a spoonful. Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, and so you
Is
get
that required or?
it's not. It is for us. It's,
Yeah, we
It's
require
more of
it
a
of each
personal
other.
requirement.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But-
It's a brotherhood thing.
But yeah, like you start to sweat, and we always refer to it as chasing the dragon.
Okay.
You know,
Yeah,
because you
Because it's akin to
it's-
heroin?
It's not, well, yeah. It's almost like it's like an endorphin rush. Like you feel it in your head, your toes, like you're just like, ah.
Yeah, there's people that
But,
use
yeah, it's crazy.
hot sauce as a painkiller
I can see that. Yeah.
because the capsaicin like confuses your brain and it focuses
Actually,
on your mouth hurting and
Releases
forgets about the rest
endorphins
of it.
and
Nice.
I know they have creams, like capsaicin creams for pain. I didn't know people did it.
yeah.
Poorly.
I guess it's very medicinal.
Yeah. I can see that.
Yeah.
Man, I'll live forever.
Yeah.
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 Without pain.
And Daryl
Go
may
sauce
die.
saves lives.
I don't know. I feel pretty good. I thought I was going to feel
Yeah.
pretty bad, but I feel
It's
great.
that endorphin rush.
Now in like an hour, maybe. After it wears off, I'll be
Get a
like,
nice
those
crash.
guys.
Why cursing us on the toilet?
I didn't think about that.
So many.
Oh yeah, that's the worst part.
yeah. The last dab actually hits you the day after.
Yeah.
Good to know for future use.
Anyways, thank you so much
Yeah,
for coming by,
thank you
you
guys
guys.
very much.
Absolutely.
Please check out, is it freakyferments.com?
Yep.
And get this hot sauce at
It is so good.
Very good.
your local
all-
farmer's market.
All three of us agree. So good. I'm
It's really
Get
good.
it.
You'd be lucky to have it in your cabinet.
Yeah, so every second Saturday, you guys are in Joshua. Burleson is every Saturday. And then Arlington Foodies Farmers Market out in Pantego once a month. So
Yeah.
We also we have an online, like the website has an online store
Right.
too.
cool.
Yeah, and you know what? It's really reasonably priced.
Right.
You know, I have seen hot sauces sell for stupid amounts
Yeah.
of money, and this is really reasonable. So, that's that.
Yeah.
thank you very much.
Absolutely. Thank y'all.
Yep. Thanks for having us.
All right, that was our show. Thank you so much to Freaky Ferments for bringing on that delicious hot sauce. I still, I got a bottle of the jalapeno that is almost gone now since we recorded that because I eat it on everything because it's so good. You should definitely get some.
Yeah, we still have 3 of them still at the house. I think it was the spicier of the 3.
You did get the spicier of the 3.
They are almost gone as well because those things are very.
They're just so good. Those guys have really have an outstanding product, and I'm excited to buy more.
Oh, me too. And then that stuff's like Frank's Red Hot Sauce. You put that S on everything.
You do. You put it on everything. Also, thank you to the Levitt I've really enjoyed watching the living room stuff they've done online, the concert series online. I know that they're doing shows again, socially distant shows at the Levitt. So, check them out online. Go to the show if you can.
Yeah, they are still streaming those shows. Also, after every weekend, like she said, on that Monday, if you want to check out the next weekend, make sure to book your square and get there on time, because by 8:15,
they start giving it away.
So,
all right. Well, remember to
make sure to go out there and eat local, drink local, and
go rediscover your city.
Tag us and send those pictures over to us on Facebook, Arlington Citizen Media, Twitter, ATX Citizen Media. Tag us on Instagram, Arlington Citizen Media, and send those pictures the old-fashioned way. Email arlingtoncitizenmedia@gmail.com. Also go to our website, www.arlingtoncitizenmedia.com. Don't forget to subscribe and give those 5-star reviews of the downtown at Apple Music, Spotify, Google Podcasts, and also hit us on SoundCloud, iHeartRadio, and YouTube.